time doing this, so yeah. So, yep. Hey guys, welcome to Miller RC. First live stream here that I'm gonna be doing on. We're gonna be doing an unboxing on the newest project on the bench, as indicated by the title. It is a SkyWing 60-inch Yak 54. This is my second 60-inch airframe aerobatic airframe that I am owning. So hopefully I can get a good series for you guys and show you. I don't know, the plan is to assemble it and get it on film and show how I set up one of these 3D planes to my liking. I know there's quite a few ways and different ways you can do it. Hey Nick, what's up? Glad you're here. Hopefully we can get some good a good video series out of this thing. So maybe wait a couple more minutes to see if there's other people wanting to join in. First off, let me ask you guys, can you all hear me, I guess, all right? And all that. I want to make sure you all can get some good audio. And then there is also an AC buzzing off, like a little window AC that's buzzing off. And if that's being too distractive, you guys can let me know on that. So, yeah, we plan to unbox this thing, and then I also am going to show the electronics I plan to put in this. It's kind of a new setup for me, at least motor and ESC wise. It's going to be something that I've never messed with before, and I'm pretty excited about it. And hopefully we can yeah, get a good series out of this. So alright, so I want to see, can you all hear me? Do you mind putting in the live chat, seeing if you all can hear me audibly? That'd be great. Alright, good deal. Yep. Hey, don't turn that on. Your assistant. Sure. Thank you. My brother's joining me here today. Well, I don't know if he'll appear on camera or not, but maybe he can take the parts and pieces out of this thing, because as you can see, I have a ridiculously small table for this kind of thing. I mean, just one of these is enough to take up this whole thing, so we'll see what happens. But anyway, I say let's get to it. No, might as well stop dilly-dallying and get to it. So first thing I want to mention is, I don't know if any of y'all have bought anything like this, but these cardboard boxes these things come packed in are ridiculous. I mean, look how thick this is. That's like half an inch thick. And it's glued on. You can see the glue joints that are here. And you don't take, it's hard to take a traditional knife to these things. You're going to be cutting for hours. The best way to pop open something like this, believe it or not, is to take the top of the lid of the box and kind of punch it like this. And that'll break the glue free, and you can get this off pretty easily. It's not as easy as just a normal taped on box, but this cardboard, I guess they really care about protecting your plane, which is great, but it's also harder to get into your plane. But whatever, just wanted to show you that. And then yeah, here's how it comes packaged. This is pretty much all I've seen so far to this point. I have not gone further than this. This is the first time I'm unbagging it, so pretty excited. It looks pretty good. So as you can see, it comes with wing bags. Most of the planes in this size, in this caliber do. My laser also came with wing bags. Here they are, pretty much the same exact thing. No big deal there. But let's open it up and see what the wings look like. Ooh, fancy. So another thing I want to mention is this comes in two colors. This particular airplane got this model aviation magazine that luckily has, but you can see the orange and the blue down right there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it does come in two colors. If y'all like the blue, you can go ahead and go that way. I bought the orange and actually kind of prefer the blue, but heard from a good seasoned 3D pro that it's actually better to go with the color scheme you dislike the least, or the one you like the least. That way you're not as attached to it and you're more likely to throw it around harder. So that is kind of why I went with the orange. Also, I had viewers vote on which scheme they like better, and they picked the orange. So, but anyway, it's a very nice looking wing. It's already hinged from the factory. We don't have to do any hinge work. It's also hinge gap sealed, as you can see here. I don't have to, on all my other planes where I do have to hinge the ailerons, I'm always sealing these gaps, and it's always a big pain to do it, to say the least. And but this one's already done, so that's really nice. The covering on this looks phenomenal. There's no wrinkles in it anywhere, at least if I can tell. It looks really nice. Now here's the aileron servo cutout here. As you can see, it has the orientation where we need to orientate the servo arm for the proper geometry already on there, so that's nice. And then there's the horn slot, so it's good to go. So this will be a pretty simple assembly. And then these wingtips also come off. You slide them forward and they just pop off like that. They have these screws that we can adjust, but they're, you all have to do is put it on, and I'm not very good at this, but there we go. And lock it into place, and it's not coming off because it blows, or you have to push it back, and that's the way the wind's airflow is pushing this, so it won't come off. So that's cool. Anyway, that's the wing, and then here's also a really neat feature right here I'm really excited about. This has servo quick connects and the fuse and the wing, so we don't have to fiddle with those servo extensions to get them plugged in. All we have to do is slide the wing on the tube, and the aileron servo will, or the connector pin here will line right up, and we won't have to worry about fiddling with those extensions and locks, so that's pretty nice. That was kind of the main reason why I bought this plane, or purchased this one, because I really like the idea of that. I don't have to fiddle with aileron extensions. It's the worst thing when you're assembling a plane at the field, is when you got to fiddle with those extensions. So that's really nice, and really like that feature. So there's one wing with the wingtip, so we'll go ahead and put that to the side. Obviously there's another one in here, pretty much the same. It all looks really good. The hinges are nice in place. I'm giving it a good tug, and it's nice. And the covering again is really good, so I'm really happy about that. So far I'm liking what I'm seeing. And then in this wing bag is another pocket full with these side force generators. Now, if you know me, I am a side force generator fan. I've got them on my laser. I like the way they make my balsa planes fly, so I'm most likely will go with these as well, but I will fly them with and without and see which I like better. But in any case, it's a personal preference if you fly with these or not. I do with my laser, but we'll see what this one's like. And then we also have the wing tube that's in here, and this thing is really stout. You know, this thing won't bend. And that's what we need for strong, stiff wings, and it looks really good. So really nice wing tube, and it all fits in here, which is great. So got a nice wing bag to take to the field. So that's what's in this wing bag as far as just wings and stuff associated with them. Alright, let's see what is next. I really didn't prep for a knife, but let's see what's next here. It looks like we got the landing gear. And it's pretty much what you expect to see with a plane of this caliber, carbon fiber, really lightweight. You know, it's the way to go nowadays with these type of airframes. It's a double bolt. My laser is a quadruple. I don't know the real difference between the two, but as long as you know the landing gear stays on, I'm happy. So that's good looking landing gear. So nice to see that. And we got this box here that is once again glued. Let's see if I can pry this here. And open it up and see what we got. I'm gonna guess it's kind of like wheel pants. Maybe. I always kind of like to guess what's for in these tags, but maybe all sorts of associated hardware. It looks like that is the case. So, first up is a spinner, I guess. I'm not sure which size, but it's one of these vented spinners that looks pretty cool. It also, these vents really help with cooling. I think they're worth it to keep your electronics cool, because we push these things pretty hard. To dissipate the heat is a good thing. It is a plastic backplate. I was hoping it would be a metal one. I know the extreme flight ones are metal backplates, so this one's plastic, so maybe not quite as good quality, but we will see how it works. It does use Allen heads to, I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but it uses Allen heads to screw the backplate, or spinner to the backplate, so that's good. So comes the spinner, wheel pants, and by the way, to anyone's listening, it is a crime to go pantless on your planes. No. Just kidding, you can do whatever you want, but seriously, it looks horrible without it. SkyWing got the brand name going on. It's got this cool little ridge, and then there's Yak 54 on there, so. And this is painted on, so that's cool. Got a cool little flare there, I guess. I mean, I don't really, as long as there's wheel pants on the plane, I think I'm happy. So good looking wheel pants, fiberglass, by the way, which is the best. Plastic is too heavy, so fiberglass is the way to go. And then this is a tailwheel like cover to cover the bracket. I don't know if I'll run this or not. All my other airplanes, I have my tailwheel bracket exposed. I don't know what the big deal is with covering these, so whether I put this on or off or leave it off, I don't know. We'll see what happens, but it's just a decorative piece, so we'll leave that. And then it looks like we have the hardware bag. This is the meat and potatoes and stuff usually. I don't know how many of this stuff I'll open, but we'll see. We got the main wheels and the axles, and or I guess that's what these are. Yeah. Good looking wheels. They are actually fairly large. They're larger than my laser wheels, which is surprising. So that's cool. And that tail wheel, and it is the push rod set. Thank goodness. Those springs are stupid. So I'm glad this is a push rod. I don't care what y'all say. Those springs are dumb. They're not worth it, but this is a direct linkage, so that's nice. At least we got a good, if it was the springs, I would immediately replace it. So battery strap with the SkyWing brand, so that's cool. They throw that in there. Now this is pretty cool. This is something I'm new to. These are some baffles. They're made out of like EPP foam, but they're like for ESC tunnel cooling. You can direct them to your ESC. I believe there's some for the motor as well, hiding somewhere around here. I don't know. I'll find them, but these are nice baffles to direct air over your electronics and keep them cool. So that's what SkyWing is doing really good with, is baffles for keeping your electronics cool. So That's good. And then the rest of the hardware, these are just like extra motor spacers. If you're not using, or if you're using a different motor that's maybe just slightly different size than what's recommended. Almost all 3D bolts ours have these, at least electric, dedicated electric ones. So these are pretty standard for every airplane. More hardware, nuts. Looks like 3mm fasteners. So. And some wood tapping screws, just general stuff, not very exciting. Push rod hardware with the ball links, general stuff for this kind of plane, so that's good. We'll see how these work. I do have some much nicer Seacraft ball links that I might switch to. I know I did on my laser over there. And we'll see how well these work, but I may change to those Seacraft ones. They're nice red looking and they look much better, so we'll see what happens. Hey Fred, how's it going? Glad you could stop by. And then we have the all-important control horns. And these ones are actually, well, I thought they were carbon fiber, but I don't think they are. I think, yeah, they're painted fiberglass G10, which I do actually prefer. I do think the carbon fiber fray is a little too much, so, but they look all the same. But we need them regardless, and they are really good for achieving catch that. When do you get to chase with the drone? I don't know. When I get it done, it may not be years. Alright, so, this is cool. These are battery connector holders. They have XT90 printed on them right there, and that's what I use, so really, really cool. I can slide my ESC connector so I don't have to fiddle with that, so how about that? That's really cool. I had no idea these came with this plane. These will be handy. Glad for that. And then we have zip ties. That's kind of cool. You don't have to supply zip ties for it, so. And then the standard sticky back Velcro you need for holding your giant Success batteries. Alright, so that's the hardware package. Let's get to some more cool stuff. Looks like we got the fuse next, so you can get it out without damaging anything. But it looks very well packed, so I'm happy about that. Is this soft packaging? Yes, it is. Okay. More tape, gotta love it. It does a good job of securing our planes during shipping them. So I will not complain. Oh, it looks like we got more than a fuselage here. Yeah, this thing is well taped. Okay. More tape. Even more. I may be slow, but I don't tear up airplanes. I know there's guys who literally just yank their planes out of the box and end up damaging them, and that's like, why would you do that? Let's just cut the tape and be good with it. Alright, let's see if we can slide this thing out successfully. She is pretty though. I'll give you that. This canopy. Clear canopy with a dash. How about that? I had no idea it came with a dash, but let me pull this off and show it to y'all. comes with a pilot dash, so that's really cool. Got Yak 54 logos on it everywhere. It's nice. And then there's SkyWing on the back. So this canopy looks really good. It's got protective foam on the bottom. Yes, a lot of tape, Fred. But that's good. So this canopy looks really well painted. This is a fiberglass part on top here, and yeah, the paint really pops. It's really shiny. It is looking really nice. Now, let's take a look at one of my most favorite parts with these airplanes, the inside structure. I just love looking at intricate structure like this. I mean, it's almost art itself. I mean, it's so light and so stiff. I mean, you can't take this thing and you can't, like I'm putting a ton of force in, you can't twist this thing. That's how strong and amazing these things are made. I mean, I just love this type of construction work. So some interesting things is we have extensions for the ailerons. SkyWing includes, like this is an ARF, but SkyWing does include extensions with their airframes, which is really cool. These are for the ailerons, and then I don't think I will be able to get them on video. Well, maybe. There are the tail extensions right here. Also a air deflection plate to make sure we get proper ventilation. That's already cut out, so we don't have to do that. That's nice. And here is the really, really cool feature that I am pretty stoked about. And I have to get used to this, but this features a quick wing release mechanism. Normally with these airframes, what we have to do is, you know, wing bolt these things down or with the nylon bolts or whatever, but now that's all gone. All we have to do is move this latch right here, this latch step. I don't know if y'all can see this, but push it down to lock it down, and then push it in, or push it up to unlock your wing, and this won't go anywhere. Let me get this wing out here, and that latch inside the fuselage grips onto this screw right here on this wing, and that's how this mechanism works. So you can, with this servo connector setup and this wing, I can probably slide the wings on and be done with fuel assembly in less than a minute. It's that simple. So really happy about that. That was one of the main reasons why I really picked this one up. I've always wanted a Yak 54. They're really cool. I like to call them the round cow warriors. I don't know, that's just kind of the fancy name I came up with. And speaking of round cow, let's get that out next. Leave this fuselage over here. Oh, we'll get one more. Oh, here's another thing I want to show. The landing gear bolts already in place right there. So, you know, these assemblies, the ARFs nowadays, they're getting so easy to assemble. It's ridiculous. Alright, so let's get the cow. This is the best part about a Yak 54, right? There's no other aerobatic airplane usually that's out there this caliber performance with round cows, and that's what's different about this. So that is what I like about Yak 54s. They look a little different, you know. They're not like your Extra or your Edge, you know. They almost all look the same, but this Yak's got a round cow, so it looks a little different. So that's cool. But anyway, here's Cowling fiberglass. It is very stiff. Hold it. This is the stiffest cowling I've ever had in my hands. The fiberglass is really good. It's really light, so that's good. Cow holes are pre-drilled for the screws, and it has a nice plywood cow ring, which is something we want to see on this size. And then this is really cool too. Pre-baffled, redone baffles here from the factory to cool your motor off. Once again, SkyWing is really good with making sure your electronics stay cool, and it looks really good. So it's really nice. The paint, man, this silver looks really good. I know you probably won't be able to see it on the live stream, but it is really shiny, and this paint is really well done. So really happy with the cow for sure. It's nice and stiff and looks awesome, and it's got the Yak 54 round cow attitude. I like it. So that is the cowling. Now let's get out probably about the last thing, is the empennage. Or tail, whatever you want to call it. No, Fred, it's not foam, not this time. I get what you mean now, but I really like the balsa a little bit better than the foam. They tend to last a lot longer than my foam ones I've had in the past, so. And I'm going to have to do some more cutting, so bear with me. Horizontal stab. Pre-hinge from the factory. Heck yeah, look at that throw. I love it. We need it. Very stiff too, very well constructed. It's another keyed-in slot design, so you just slide it into your fuselage. And 99% of the time, the way these factories are, you can just glue it and forget it. But I still like to check my, make sure I'm not, measure from tip to tip, just to make sure I'm not off. But these factories are so good at making these things so straight that you hardly have to do it. But pre-hinged once again, and it is hinge gapped once again with the piece covering, and it's very well done. The covering once again is just excellent with this plane. It is wrinkle free, so looking really nice. So it's huge. Look at this, size of my face. The horizontal stabs tend to be pretty large on these airplanes. Like you pull out the wings and you pull out this, and it's like, hold it. Is this actually the right size? But it is, trust me. More tape. Oh, no. And I believe this is that's what's last in the box. Yeah, that's about it. So, not a whole lot of parts in this plane, doesn't look like, so. That's nice. Should ease up assembly. Ugh. It's huge, isn't it? Like, it looks massive. Can't get over the size of the horizontal stab. Alright. Rudder time. And this one we actually do have to hinge, as you can see. And I think I do have some white I can put in here to seal the hinge gap, because I will seal my hinge gaps. It helps out a lot. But anyway, good looking rudder, nicely sized. If you look through it, it's got the X construction running through it. Very stiff once again, like you can't twist this thing, and it's ridiculous. Like, look at this. It's so light. Super light. So, see hinges, so they look really good, nicely sized for a plane like this. But yeah, rudder, and once again, covering is excellent. Not a wrinkle. I will not have to spend a whole lot of time. I've had arse where, man, the covering just looks horrible, and you have to spend like a whole day just wrinkling out or ironing out the wrinkles and blemishes. So, alright, I believe that is it. Next, we are going to look at my electronics package. And I'm actually pretty excited about this because I have never run these guys. Yes, Bill, the orange looks excellent. And I don't know if you were here before, but it does, just in case, come in this blue. And I actually do prefer the blue, but for friend's sake, they said I had to go with the orange stuff. Mainly the person behind me right now. Or in front of me, whatever. Gotta get my workstation. But anyway, I'm going with a full T-motor setup. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of these guys or not, but these guys are getting awfully popular with the Balsa 3D game. I mean, these guys throw out some ludicrous power. Like, I mean, insane. Like, you've seen you've never seen power like this thing can do. Hold it. This is ridiculous. But anyway, it's got a nice magnetic lid. That's new. I've never had that before. More packaging foam that we just don't need. But guys, take a look at this thing. I had to look at this thing before I did look at this. Like, this is not the first time I'm looking at it, but look at this beauty. It's a different style. It's not like a can. Like, the mount comes off. There's no back plate. Like, there's the copper stator. But I mean, this thing is just beautiful. AM 600, 525 kV. These these type of motors are starting to really take over the market for the 3D aerobatic game, and I'm excited to run it. And this is also kind of cool. I don't know how I feel about this. It feels like it would be a weak point, but apparently you can adjust your prop gap in your cowl in case you're a little bit off. You can draw it in or out by moving this, and then there's set screws that hold it on. We'll see how that works. I don't know if I'm a big fan of that yet. I would really prefer my prop drives to be solid, but we'll see. Other people like it, so. But yeah, this mount just comes off and then it screws on. But yeah, holy crap, this motor is just beautiful. Like, look at that. I'd almost run this thing without a cowl. Just how good that looks. Bill, it is going to swing a 16x8. This is a just standard Falcon prop I had laying at the house, but you want a good quality wood or carbon fiber electric prop. 16x8 should make this thing rip. But then we got the normal, prop nuts, and then we have, in case your EC doesn't come with bullet connectors, we got that. So, but anyway, yeah, I'm excited about this thing. I mean, it just looks freaking awesome. So, really happy with how the motor looks. But of course, we will see what it will perform in. Now, let's look at this. I mean, the packaging is nice on this stuff. 116 amp ESC. This thing is pretty serious. It's got a BEC that you can switch from 5 volts to 8.4 for high voltage servos. But look at this thing, just like the motor. Man, it is beautiful. Anyway, it's all nicely wrapped like it should be. That was a wire. I guess an extension for something. We'll see. I kind of have to, I'll be honest, I didn't read much on this stuff, so I may have to just take a whole day and do some research on how to set this up, but gotta do some soldering. But these wires are super flexible, which is great. I love flexible wires. And then we have the bullet connectors already soldered on, so we don't have to worry about that. Pretty normal looking ESC. But yeah, right here, here's the specs. You can take a 3 to 8S LiPo, and yeah, 5.8 to 8.2 volt, 15 amp UBEC. That's a big boy. And that's what we need for the power hungry servos I am going to use. Alright, so this is to basically, I don't know, this is not going to be very impressive, but it's a little programming card, so I can program, like, well, with the servos I'm running, I want my BEC to be at 8.4 volts, because I've got some absolutely freaking monster servos that I cannot wait to show to you guys. But this is just a programming card for the ESC, so there's no big deal there. But now, let's take a look at the servos. I have 4. Just need 4 for a plane like this. KST X15-855X Servos. If you know me, I love my KST servos. They have been the best for me. I know a lot, I've tried, everybody says to that blah blah blah, this is best, but through my own experimentation, KST works the best for me. So that is what I'm going with this airplane. But these are monster servos for mini size. These are mini size servos. but they are brushless. Never had brushless servos before, so that's a new one. But they are brushless servos. Titanium gear. I mean, look at this. The whole case is metal. Like, these are some freaking serious servos. It's what you need for 3D, man. And then the specs on these things is absolutely ridiculous. 8.4 volts. The speed, we're running 0.05 seconds. That's freaking fast. Like, that's about as fast as you can get. You can't almost find nothing else faster than that. Like, hold it. These are some fast servos. I cannot wait to use these. And then 15 kilograms of torque. That's equating to about 215 ounces of torque. Like, killer torque. Like, this thing will have plenty of servo power. So these servos will be, they will not be struggling whatsoever. But yeah, look at these beauties. Anyway, yeah, I got 4 of them. So can't wait to use them. Like, you know, you put the servo arms on, which I think I have one here. Yeah. Like, look at this. There's no play. Like, these gears are solid. There's no play like other servos. Like, these are some serious servos. I am super excited for these things. Like, I geek out about high performance servos like this, and I'm super excited to run these. You can probably tell I geek out about servos. I like high performance servos. Alright, so I think that's about it. We have the servo arms for it. These are really nice extreme flight, 1.25 size arms. That's what you need. This is what you need for, you know, for 3D. We don't want plastic anything, you know, we gotta go all metal. So that's what we are going to use. So yeah, I think that's about it. A quick run over what Lipos I plan to use on this. I got these two. They're a little different laid out, but they're two 6S3300s. One's Liperior, and then the other one's Roaring Top. Pretty much basically the same C rating. One is 70, I think, and the other one's 60. So pretty much very similar packs. They're just the way the cells are. They're laid out a little differently, but they will all work. So that's what I plan to use for Lipos 6S3300s. And then I have not debuted this on my channel publicly yet. I did make a small little YouTube short, but for close to a month now, I have been experimenting with this pretty guy. Look at this. This is the FR Sky X15-855X S, I think, right? Okay, got that right. I mean, look at this thing. It's red. This is their special edition. If you know me, I really like the X9D Plus I had. I really just prefer FR Sky in general. Their operations are really good. For some reason, the cover just came off. But oh, you did? Okay. Well, you didn't put it on right. So just know that. But yeah, this thing's pretty awesome. It's touchscreen. It's got dual band. It talks 2.4 and 900. Like, we can go ahead and, like, here, I'll show you this right now. I'll go ahead and add a new model. We'll go airplane. There was a motor, or yeah, we have an engine, 1 channel. Ailerons, we have 2, no flaps. Tails traditional. Elevator and rotors traditional. We got a name, so let's go ahead and type in Yak 55. And then I believe I have, oh, 54, my bad. Well, I'll name it later, but I mean, these things are really cool. I've been, like I said, testing this thing for about a month now, and I've been really enjoying this radio. I thought at first that it was going to feel awkward in the hand because of the shape, but it feels really, really nice. So I've been using it. Yeah, and then I've been experimenting with the tandem, the dual tandem setup. I've got 2.4 and 900 set up on the laser, and it also has been working flawlessly. So, but anyway, yeah, that I think will do it for the unboxing on the SkyWing Yak 54. So, any questions? If y'all have any, where'd you find that? Well, I'll just get that. I was going to put an extreme flight in there.
Well, it's 3D print.
Okay. Well, here. Quick sneak peek for y'all. I don't plan on putting this in now, but as you can see, the cowl looks like this right here. It has just a fiberglass plate here and then the intakes, but I do plan to upgrade to this. This is a 3D printed part you can buy. As you can see, that looks much more realistic, like a Yak 54 should, and I will be going this route hopefully. So I do want to put that in my cowl because it looks cooler. And the Yak needs to have cowl vanes like that. So yeah, cooling should be fine because it's all open. So we should be good to go. So yeah, if y'all have any questions, you can leave them in now. If not, I think we will go ahead and conclude. Hopefully my first live stream went well. If you guys like what you see, make sure you hit subscribe and hit the notification bell. And I will be doing, like I said, I'll be doing the build videos and videos on how I set this up for my personal preference. So look forward to those videos, and yeah, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of the videos. My first name is Tyler. Tyler Miller's full name, or Tyler Wade Miller. I don't know if any of you want me to go that far, but yeah, that's kind of where the Miller RC comes in. And then this, also I want to show, thanks to my good buddy Sparrow, which I don't know if he's on there here or not, but if you know me, I'm on Fred Barron's Real Flight Live. This is my Real Flight multiplayer name, and I plan to put this on the canopy of this thing. I've got one on my laser already, right here. You know me, I'm on Fred Barron. But anyway, back when I was just getting this hobby, there was a game I used to play, and it was like a racing game or whatever, and it had this name, Maximum Overfly, on it, and that name just kind of stuck with me ever since. So that is kind of what that Maximum Overfly means or comes from, in case any of y'all were wondering that. But anyway, so yes, I think that will conclude the Yak 54 unboxing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Man, just look at this fuse. Great. Oh, here is the receiver ends for the, whatever you call it, the aileron plugins. So I'm really excited for this setup. So yep, I'm really looking forward to getting this thing in the air, see what it can do. I've had a Yak 54 in the past, a E-Flight foam one, but it just was kind of a flop, and I've always wanted a Yak 54 since, and I have taken the opportunity to get one this time. So, but anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the live stream. Like I said, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any videos, future videos on this plane. And yeah, we will catch y'all on the next one. Peace out. Thank y'all.